Welcome to Rocket Surgery, a series where I perform potentially painful Rocket League experiments. In this episode, we're continuing on with part 3 of my Bronze Teammate adventure. Now don't worry if you haven't watched the other experiments, as this can be viewed as a standalone video, but if you want to catch up, just click the link in the right hand corner of the screen. After 2 playstyle tests and 2 videos spent bashing my bronze volunteer Fizzy, this episode is instead going to focus on me. Now, I've never professed to be a very mechanically skilled player, as some in the comment section will usually have no trouble pointing out. The challenge today is going to put my skills on trial to see if I can actually carry a bronze in ranked. With Psyonix matchmaking putting us up against high diamond opponents, it's not going to be easy. But you didn't click on this video to watch something easy. You wanted blood, guts, uncensored surgical footage. You all disgust me. But you're here now, so let's get started. So for the next 2 games, I'm going to be playing an aggressive ball chasing style. My bronze teammate Fizzy has been instructed to play passively and to expect me to cut rotation, but I am not expecting him to just stay out of the play all the time. Now we go down early to a nice goal from the opposition, but that wasn't really anyone's fault. Next, you're going to see me get robbed by the post in what is actually the beginning of a series of close calls that has spread throughout the next 2 games. So much so that I'm going to have a counter to keep track of the amount of times I get let down by the posts and great saves by the opponent. So that's 1. To go along with my aggressive ball chasing, I'm also going to be trying to incorporate demos as much as I can. Now this is going to be a bit of a balancing act, as demos are high risk plays, never mind when your last line of defense is a bronze. And on top of that, Fizzy will need to be in the right position to actually capitalize on these types of opportunities. So hopefully overall, these demos will at least give us some space and time in both zones. Another one to add to the robbed list here, really nice backboard defense took this goal away from me. At this point, me and Fizzy are 5 games into our time playing together, because I recorded the footage for all 3 of these videos at the same time. But I'm actually starting to see more and more confidence as we go, like right here where he quickly gets into play and blocked the ball. Now it might not seem like much to you, but it is progress and it's great to see after a few games. Next up in this episode of Sledge Can't Score, we meet a returning guest, the post. I'm able to follow up with a really nice low boost shot here, but once again, the defender's there. Good demo opportunity here, but also nice back post rotation by the second defender, and he's able to stop it. There, finally found a way to get one in the net. All I needed was a little help from the blue team. Easy. We got a good open opportunity after this kickoff, but unfortunately I wasn't able to be there to capitalize on it. Alright, I want you guys to pay close attention here as me and Fizzy demonstrate a perfect execution of the ass-to-ass defensive formation. You might have heard of it before referred to as the A to A on the RLCS streams. They keep it clean there. But the setup here is the most challenging part. Here Fizzy slides into the 1 position, well, I assume position 2. We maintain the recommended 5 car length separation before splitting the A to A to cover both front and back posts. So you can knock it if you want, but the footage doesn't lie. It's very effective. A to A can save the day. Alright, to follow up that display of defensive brilliance, let's add another tick to the bad luck counter, as this guy robs me from the game-winning goal. You guys came here to watch pain, right? Yeah, that hurts. Alright, on to OT, where the Rocket League gods will finally right all the wrongs we've experienced all game. Right? No. Actually, a poor hit by me nicely hands them the game instead. Like I said before, having a bronze as your last line of defense is never good. But in the end, I have to take the blame for this terrible giveaway. GG. Alright, here we go. Game 2, carrying a bronze. First of all, I'm going to add another one to my bad luck counter. Very awkward save for him, and I think it had a good chance of going in, or at least stopping at the post for me to tap in. Looks like this game's off to a good start. For this final game, I'm going to try and up the demos even more. So let's run a counter for that too. I think that counter's going to be a lot more fun than the one we have going right now. Is there anything scarier than a bronze in the corner with the ball? Yikes. Now usually I'd call this a bad cut in rotation if I wasn't purposely playing a ball chasing style right now. So don't do what I do, kids. Except for this. Not following my pass left a good opening for my teammate if he was there, and allowed me to quickly get back on D. While I haven't been able to create any goals with them, demolitions have been a key part of our defense. So anytime I can give Fizzy more time and space to play the ball, it's going to work out better for us. Oh boy. Bad touch by me. No excuses. Terrible giveaway. Remind me, which one of us is the bronze again? Alright, let's go back to something I'm good at. A little defensive wall demo here. Now you have to be careful when doing these and turn at the last second to avoid blasting the ball back into your zone. Just a little bit of a caution. When you're seeing these demolitions, remember they're being performed by a professional. Now our luck finally changes as a favorable 50-50 and boost pickup helps me put in a goal to tie the game. I think maybe carry is a little too strong of a word for what I'm doing in these matches, but hey, we're still in it. Nice long shot here by Fizz. I have to say he's been playing a good simple support game, so props to him for that. Translation, I haven't been able to find anything to blame on him yet. Alright, really good opportunity here. Anyone want to take a guess at what happens next? Did you pick Sledge suits right into the goalie? I'm basically robbing myself at this point, but I'm still going to count that. Alright, getting down to the last minute here. Kudos to them for this nice demo that catches me with low boost and moving slow, but fortunately that doesn't turn into anything. Here's where I learned there is something scarier than a bronze stuck in the corner with the ball, and that's a bronze in a 2-on-1 in the dying minute of a tie game. But Orange team messes up, I get a defensive demo, and we move the ball out. Alright, another overtime game, but you know what? I'm actually proud of this. I mean, you guys complain about your solo queue teammates all the time, and here I am with a bronze on my side, and we've made it to OT twice in a row. Here's a good example of one of my favorite types of demos, where you get him just under the ball without touching it. But his teammate is quick with the corner challenge to stop my attack. And that was my Exterminator. 7 demos for me this match. You're going to see me do a little 360 here, and basically the point of it is not to drive in a predictable path when I know someone's behind me. So right there, I think he was trying to demo me, but didn't get me. Well, we were able to hold our own for about a minute before Fizzy gets dribbled around out of the corner, and I wasn't able to get in behind the ball in time. That's a rip. This brings to an end part 3 of my Bronze Champ experiment. Now, since you actually watched the whole thing, before we wrap up this episode, I just want to give a quick overview of our first 2 videos in case you were thinking of checking them out. In episode 1, me and Fizzy jumped right into ranked, having never played together before. And we tested a playstyle in which I endeavored to treat him like a fellow champ. Moving on to episode 2, we played 2 games in which I focused defense and played passively, while Fizzy got to be the true ball chasing bronze he's always wanted to be. In both videos, I tried to highlight some of the major differences between the ranks, and things players need to focus on if they want to make it up to champ. Alright, so now you need to be warned that the next screen is going to show spoilers for these prior 2 videos, so if you are going to watch them, you probably want to shut it down right now. Now for each episode of Rocket Surgery, I've tried to finish with at least one takeaway or lesson learned. Now we've already talked about matchmaking and MMR gains and Fizzy's play extensively in the other videos, so I'm going to leave that alone and focus on me. Personally, I thought the chance to try and carry someone was actually beneficial to my confidence. Usually I'm a player that might be described as too concerned about rotation, but being in a situation where I knew I was the one that had to be going for the ball was very freeing, and even though nothing flashy really happened, I was overall happy with how I rose to the challenge. Now this exercise in carrying would obviously work better if I had a champ teammate to back me up, so that one mistake doesn't cost us a goal, but I still think it'd be a good experience for anyone to try with any level of willing partner. I definitely made some pretty blatant errors in these 2 games, but when you're the only one touching the ball, that's going to happen. Also, based on what we've just witnessed, I might actually suggest that playing with a bronze teammate may be angering the Rocket League gods. I mean, it's just a theory, but still. My name is Sledge, and this has been another installment of Rocket Surgery. Big thanks to Fizzy for his help with this series. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you subscribed and hit the bell to turn on notifications. Thanks for watching.